Welcome to Kadam Academy YouTube channel. We are learning the mechanical vibration videos related to mechanical vibration under the single degree of freedom. Already we have studied the undamped damped vibration. Now we are going toward the force damped vibration. Under this force vibration, the harmonic force we are studying equation of motion with the harmonic force, constant harmonic excitation force. This is the system, mechanical system with the spring damper and mass system is there. Here is the Fo sin omega t. That is the harmonic force. Harmonic force it is given on this system. This is the x is the displacement. This is the mathematical model representation of this your spring mass damper system. And this is the FBD, free body diagram. And here it is explained when the displacement x here, that is the accelerating force, this mx double dot, this is the accelerating force. Okay, this is the due to this accelerating force and the displacement, the spring force which will be here in upward direction, this accelerating force in downward direction, and this kx in upward direction. So this kx which is in upward direction, that is the spring force due to the spring. This force is due to the spring force, and the cx dot is nothing but the damping force. It's a damping force. So these are the these two are the external forces. Already we have studied in a damped vibration, and this is the accelerating force. And what is happened here? Here new thing is what? Here is the Fo sin omega t. That is the harmonic force. Harmonic force it is introduced in this case. These are the external forces, three, and by using the Newton's second law of motion, already we have derived in the last we have already studied last video or equation of motion of harmonic force, that is this one by using this Newton's second law of motion, which is state that the accelerating forces are equal to this your external forces. In this case, the accelerating forces and the written here, and the sign convention written the minus mx double dot plus kx plus cx dot Fo sin omega t minus. So here what we taken, this downward direction it is taken as negative, and upward direction of the force, that is a positive. This is the sign convention. You can see here downward direction here mx double dot and Fo they are taken as a negative here minus sign, and these upward forces are there, they are taken as a positive. So written here equation, rearranging this equation, we have written again this equation like this. We have taken this side on this side, right hand side, left hand side, separate out these forces with the Fo sin omega t. So friend, what will happen here? This equation is on this side, left hand side and right hand side. This will be two part of this equation. This is the equation number 1. Based on this equation, what we have to find out? This is the linear non-homogeneous equation, second order differential equation. Solution for this one, xc xp. The xc xp already we have to find out the complementary function as per the differential equation with the constant, if not 0, some constant is there. Okay, so what will happen? This solution is xc plus xp, where xc is the complementary solution and function, and xp is the particular integral. For this find out with the complementary solution, what we have done, we have already studied here this complementary function xc. Here xc becomes, how to calculate xc? The complementary function or solution in meter, and by using the formula, and this is considered as this equation. Already we have studied this equation that we are derived in this, we have written here. This part of this equation is right hand side is compared with this constant is 0. We are considering this is 0. Here we have written here the damped viscous. This equation becomes a damped viscous vibration. Equation of a damp viscous vibration with the various condition, like a zeta is greater than 1, zeta is equal to 1 or less than 1. Similarly, under damp condition were considered here and were already solved in the damp vibration. Watch that video where there this equation also. And what is the solution for this complementary function or complementary solution is the x into e raised to minus zeta omega n t into sine of inside the bracket omega d t plus phi. Here bracket close. So what will happen? Xc zeta damping ratio, omega d natural frequency, damp free vibration in radian per second. Now this omega n t natural frequency time and x is what? This capital X in this equation is amplitude constant phase angle. Omega d relationship were put here in this equation and remaining is the xc, that is the complementary solution were written here. So friend, here already we have derived this in last. Similarly, the particular integral equation were written here for the xp, okay, is equal to x into sine omega t minus phi. Xp is the particular integral, x is the amplitude of the steady state vibration, phi is the phase angle of displacement. Now in this video, what we are going to study? We are going to study these already we have studied. We are going to study the analytical method by using this one. What we are studying? Analytical method to solve this equation. So friends, we'll do one thing. First I will give you the solution. So in this, the final equation, that is the complete solution, already we have written that complete solution was equation x is equal to xc plus xp. Already we have got the value for xc and xp, but if we know the solution for the xc, but xp equation we don't know the solution of the xp. When we add it and that return, that will get the complete solution. But to get the values of xp, what we have to do? Just differentiate. This xp is what the equation I will write here again. The xp is equal to that already we have written that x sine of omega t minus phi. Okay, this phi is the phase difference, omega is the frequency of that, this one, therefore sine omega t. This frequency and this t for the time. With respect to time, this will be changed. So this xp is there. Now what we have to do? We have to differentiate. We have to differentiate this equation. This is the equation number we have written in the last over the derivations. Here xp, I will show you. Question number 4. Okay, this xp already we have written here. This xp equation number 4. What do we have to do? We have to differentiate this xp. Okay, this xp differentiating means d of xp upon with respect to time. With respect to time, so d by dt. This equation x sine of inside the bracket omega t minus of phi. So what will happen? Differentiation is x dot p is equal to omega into cos of omega t minus phi. X is there. Omega x, this x is there. On xp, I will write like this: capital X omega cos of omega t minus phi. Also in terms of sine, if we convert it, this xp in terms of sine, what is the equation? That x into omega sine of this omega t minus phi plus pi by 2. If so, I have written this equation number A. Okay. Again we have to differentiate. We have to differentiate one more time this equation. So what will happen here is again differentiating. This equation A. Differentiating this equation A, this equation A, by differentiating again this xp double dot, nothing but the d square xp by dt square with respect to t. So I written here dx omega cos omega t inside the bracket. So what is the derivation of this one? Differentiation of this one, minus omega square minus x into omega square. This omega come outside and here becomes sine of omega t minus of phi. So this is the equation B. You can call it B. This equation B. Or also we can write same equation similarly, x double dot p minus x omega square, here sine of omega t minus phi plus phi. Okay, this is the, or this equation may be in this form or another form. So what will happen here next? Substituting this value of xp, already we have written the value of xp here. Xp we know here, I'll show you. This is the xp. Okay, this x dot p, this x dot p, and x here. These three values, that is the xp, x dot p, and x double dot p, we have to substitute in this equation. In equation, which equation? That mx double dot plus cx dot plus kx, which is equal to f(4) sine of omega t. Correct. So what is happening here? This, putting these values in this one here, x dot, this xp dot, I'm putting the x as xp here, minus of m, okay, this x omega square sine of omega t, this equation B, minus phi, omega t minus phi. This is the first part. Second is the c into x dot, c into x dot. X dot is here, I will show you. X dot is x omega cos of omega t. Okay. So in terms of cos or in terms of sine, both the you can put it. Directly I am putting here c into this x omega cos of, this is the bracket, omega t minus phi. Remaining is the kx. Kx means xp. Kx means xp. So what was the xp? X sin omega t phi. X sin, inside the bracket, omega t minus phi. This is the mx double dot, cx dot, kx, which is equal to this f(4) sine of omega t. Okay. Now one more numerical relationship we have to study, revise it. That formula is required here to go for the next step. Sine of a minus b. What is the sine of a minus b? That is sine a cos b minus cos a into sine b. That is the solution. This is a trigonometric relation for the way to utilize here in this case. This relationship we have to utilize here in this case. So what will happen here? Sine a minus b means omega t minus phi. Putting here in this equation, we will get the number of values. So what do I have to do? Sine a minus b as a sine omega t minus phi. The first term we will write here this sine omega t minus phi. After putting these values of and solving it, I will write here k minus m omega square. This term, after putting this one and solving it, we get this equation into x sine of omega t cos of phi minus cos of omega t sine of phi. This is the first term. We have taken the common this term from this one. Okay. With the k, this term and this term, this we have taken the common. This and written here. Again x we have taken the common. The remaining term will be this one. So c omega x inside the bracket is cos of omega t cos of phi. When the cos omega t minus phi, in that case the sin a cos b, there is no sin a cos b, cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. That formula is like this. Similarly here written here sin omega t sin phi. Okay, and which is equal to f(4) sin of omega t. This equation just converted, putting these values of the sin a minus b cos a minus b in this equation, and this term we are taken common, this mx, m omega square, k minus m omega square, taken the x outside, and this is your common terms. Next step I will write here. Next step, just multiplying with this bracket, this term multiplied with bracket, and again we have taken common term. I will write the step k minus m omega square into, not into, this is the x cos of phi plus c omega x sin of phi. Correct? And the common term here is sin omega t. Correct? This common term is there, plus this c omega x cos of phi minus this k minus m omega square into this x sin of phi. And what is the common? Cos omega t. I taken outside the cos omega t, just multiplied with this, and cos omega t we have taken outside. This terms, this k m omega square x into cos omega t we have taken outside, and remaining is this one sin omega t, sin of phi. Okay, here sin of phi, and here this term we have taken outside, the cos of phi c wx, and we have written here this f(4) sin of omega t. Right. Friend, what will happen? Like this, we have to solve this equation. Okay, we have to solve this equation. Next step I will write. After this, let us compare. Now, if we compare this equation, is comparing this equation or coefficient of sin omega t and cos omega t. In this equation, I will show you this coefficient of this sin omega t and this sin omega t. Okay, this is the equation, the total equation we are written here. Just comparing this sin omega t and this sin omega t, this coefficient we are comparing. This coefficient we are comparing. So, we are writing this coefficient of left hand side and right hand side separately. What will get? K minus m omega square, this into cos of phi plus c omega x sin of phi, which is equal to f(4). This is equation number C. This is equation number C. Just compare. After that, just solving that equation, and remaining term is what? Cos omega t. Here remaining term is cos omega t, and here cos omega t is not there, and that will be 0. 0 we have to compare with this one, this term. Okay, 0 we have to compare with this term, this coefficient up to this one, sin of phi, and that will be equal to 0. That will be equal to 0. So that is the equation number D. So what is that equation? I will write here C omega x cos of phi minus inside the bracket k m omega square, okay, bracket close, sin of phi, which is equal to 0, because in the right hand side there is no term for the cos omega t, so this is equal to 0. This is the equation number D. This is equation number D. From equation C and D, we can this above equation D also we can write like this also, C omega x cos of phi, this is equal to k minus m omega square into sin of phi. This equation we have written again one more time. This is cos of sin of phi. So sin phi, from this also we can write like this, sin phi upon cos phi is equal to k minus m omega square upon c omega x. The x is there, that will get cancelled. What is remaining is tan of phi. Tan of phi is equal to c omega this is the like this, c omega x k minus omega square inside the bracket. So x will get cancelled here, okay, and remaining is the k c omega upon k minus m omega square, that is tan of phi, or you can write the phi is equal to tan inverse of this one. Now I will write here tan inverse of c omega upon k minus m omega square, bracket closed. So this is for the value for this phi. These are the unknowns, and one more term, that x is we don't know, but find out the value of x also. That value we can find out that from equation C. The equation C was, what is the equation? This is equation C. From this equation we can find out the value of x. In this equation the x is there, okay, the x is there, we taken from outside. So I will write the equation C. This equation C, k minus m omega square cos of phi plus c omega sin of phi into x, which is equal to f0. This is equation C. Correct? So this equation C we can write from this unknown, this is the amplitude x is equal to f0 upon k minus m omega square inside the bracket close, cos of phi plus c omega sin of phi. Okay, this is the value of x. From these two unknowns we can just find out this value of x and value of phi. We can determine these values. Now what we have to do? We have to find out this, how it is there. If we draw one polygon, I will show you how it will be there. It will like this. Okay, I will draw this triangle. These forces are there. Make a triangle, and here the term, this term is nothing but the your k minus m omega square plus c omega and this is your C omega, and this is your K minus M omega square. Okay, like this, this angle is phi. So this equation this one we can write like this also. From this also we can find out the value of sin phi, cos phi. Already we have obtained that values from that equation. Sin phi and cos phi individually you can obtain from this one also. Determine the value of sin phi, cos phi. We have these equations. Already we know that equation. From this triangle of this four polygon, we can find out the value of sin phi separately. That is the C omega upon this K minus M omega square plus C omega, and cos of phi is nothing but the, we find out the K minus M omega square upon, this is the square root K minus this K minus M omega square plus C omega. See, these two values we can obtain from this one. Okay. Now we have to go for the further. Up to this equation we have got. So from this again we can solve the equation by using two types. Continue with the analytical method and the graphical method. First we go for the analytical method, and after that in second video we'll see about the graphical methods.